Hey there, friends. Welcome to our health chat, where we uncover the sneaky stuff affecting our bodies as we age. Let's jump right into a story about Arthur, a 78-year-old dynamo, a local legend who crushed over a dozen marathons after turning 65. His secret? Consistency, morning jogs, clean eating, the works. But one crisp autumn day, climbing the stairs to his bedroom felt like scaling Everest. His legs, once unstoppable, turned to lead. This wasn't a sudden injury. It was the work of a silent predator, what I call the midnight muscle thief. This thief starts its dirty work as early as your 30s, quietly stealing 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every decade. That's right, bit by bit, your strength slips away, unnoticed until it's a real problem. And get this, by age 80, a staggering 50% of folks might struggle to lift something as basic as a gallon of milk. This isn't just about muscle. It's about independence, the ability to carry groceries or get up from a chair without a fight. Now, you might think staying active and eating right is the full fix, like Arthur did. But even he got hit. So, is this sneaky thief already dipping into your strength reserves, even if you feel pretty active? And what if the usual advice isn't enough to stop these nightly raids? Hang tight, because we're about to reveal some game-changing strategies to not only block this thief, but rebuild what's been taken. Let's keep your strength vault locked tight. 1. Picture this. You're doing everything right, eating clean, staying active, yet somehow, starting as early as your 30s, a sneaky thief begins sapping your strength. It's a harsh reality that muscle loss can creep in, no matter how disciplined you are. So if the usual habits aren't enough, what's the secret to holding on to your vitality? Let's dive into something truly eye-opening. Ever heard of the Okinawan centenarians from Japan? These folks aren't just reaching 100. They're thriving, gardening, walking, living independently with remarkable muscle mass well into their golden years. This isn't just luck or genes. It's a way of life we can tap into, something far beyond the typical advice you'd get at a checkup. Contrast that with the standard approach many of us know. You feel weak, a doc runs tests, maybe hand you multivitamin, and suggests a light walk. It's often about reacting once the problem shows up, like only fixing a car after it breaks down. But the Okinawan way flips this on its head. Their tradition sees food as the ultimate shield, the foundation of a strong body. We're not talking vague, healthy eating here. Their diet is intentionally packed with specific nutrients that protect and preserve muscle over decades. Now, here's the real game changer. Cutting-edge studies are revealing that certain elements in these traditional Okinawan foods can trigger pathways in your body to maintain and even build muscle in ways that pills often can't match. Think of these food components as keys that unlock your cell's potential to keep you strong year after year. It's not a single superfood, but a powerful blend of nutrients, a strategy that's only now gaining recognition for its deep impact on muscle health. This approach doesn't just patch up weaknesses, it rebuilds your strength from the ground up. So, imagine if the key to staying strong isn't just in a prescription bottle, but in timeless wisdom we've overlooked. What if everyday foods could shield and restore your muscles in ways we're just beginning to understand? Let that sink in and stick with us as we uncover how to make this a reality for you. 2. Today, let's dive into something truly eye-opening, especially as we navigate the changes that come with aging. We've been exploring how food can be a powerful tool for maintaining muscle strength. But there's a critical piece of the puzzle that often gets overlooked. A surprising twist about protein that might just flip everything you thought you knew on its head. You've likely heard the outdated advice that as you get older, you should cut back on protein. It seems to make sense at first glance. Maybe a slower metabolism or less activity means less need, right? But hold on. What if that very thing you're told to reduce is exactly what your muscles are desperately craving more of just to keep up? Here's the real deal. As we age, muscles don't respond as readily to the signals telling them to grow or repair. This isn't about effort. It's a natural shift called anabolic resistance. Picture a worn-out key struggling to turn a stubborn lock. You might need to push harder or use a sturdier key to make it work. That's your muscles now, and protein, especially certain components in it, acts as that key. Now, let's get to the heart of it with a concept called the leucine threshold. Leucine, a key amino acid, is like the switch that kickstarts muscle protein synthesis, the process of building muscle. Think of it as the starter motor in a car. When you're younger, a light tap gets the engine roaring. But with age, that motor needs a bigger jolt. Studies show that older muscles may require up to 40% more protein in one sitting to cross that leucine threshold and spark muscle growth compared to younger years. Here's another way to see it. Imagine shouting to get someone's attention in a noisy room. Back in the day, a soft word did the trick. Now, with the background noise of aging, you got to raise your voice, a bigger, leucine-packed protein dose, to get those muscles to listen. And here's a game changer that challenges old-school thinking. It's not just about the total protein you eat in a day. Timing and quality often matter more than sheer amount. Spreading small bits of protein thinly across meals might not cut through that anabolic resistance. It's like filling a leaky bucket with a slow drip. You'll never get it full. Instead, strategic, well-timed protein hits can make all the difference. This isn't about loading up your plate without thought. It's about understanding this shift in how your body works and getting smarter with nutrition. The upside? Certain protein sources are especially effective at breaking through this resistance, packed with the leucine needed to give muscles the push they need. So, as the week goes on, ask yourself, is the protein on your plate really waking up those muscles, or is it falling short of that critical mark? Stick around, because next time, we'll uncover exactly which foods can unlock your muscles' full potential. 3. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been shrouded in misunderstanding for way too long, especially for those of us in our golden years. You might be hitting your protein goals after our last chat, but what if another critical fuel source is missing, quietly sabotaging your muscles from within? Let's uncover the real story behind carbohydrates and bust open what I call the carb conspiracy. For years, the relentless drumbeat of low-carb everything has hammered home the idea that carbs are the enemy, especially as we age. It's practically an unquestioned truth. But hold on. What if this widely accepted narrative is actually undermining your most precious asset, your muscle mass? I'm here to tell you that strategically choosing the right kind of carbohydrates isn't just okay. It's absolutely essential for preserving the strength you're fighting for. Here's the twist. Your muscles, the very engines of your independence, crave a specific, sustained fuel to thrive and repair. Complex carbs like brown rice and quinoa are that premium, slow-burning energy source. When you eat them, your body converts them into glucose, stored in your muscles as glycogen, a fully charged battery pack ready to go. Without enough glycogen, your body faces a harsh reality. It might start cannibalizing its own muscle tissue for energy. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's about actively dismantling the strength you've worked so hard to maintain. So, cutting out these vital carbs could be working against you. Let's talk about brown rice first. Beyond providing that steady energy, it's loaded with magnesium, often called nature's tranquilizer. Why does this matter? Many of us older adults are tragically low in magnesium, sometimes due to depleted soils or medication interactions. This silent deficiency isn't just about restless nights. It's a direct hit to muscle function. Those agonizing leg cramps that jolt you awake? Magnesium helps relax muscles and ease contractions. Studies show folks with enough magnesium experience far fewer of these painful interruptions. So, that humble scoop of brown rice isn't just fuel. It might just be your ticket to peaceful, cramp-free sleep. Then we've got quinoa, a grain that defies expectations. While it shines as a complex carb, it packs an extra punch. It's one of the rare plant-based foods offering all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. Imagine getting both sustained energy and a complete set of muscle-building blocks from one source. A powerful synergy often overlooked in the carb debate. It's like having a vegetarian heavyweight champion on your plate. But the benefits don't stop at muscle support. Let's chat about energy stability. Those mid-afternoon slumps or shaky moments that creep in. Refined carbs like white bread or sugary snacks send you on a roller coaster of quick spikes and dramatic crashes. Complex carbs, though, release energy like a gently flowing river, slow and steady. This consistent fuel helps keep blood sugar stable. And here's a crucial connection. Stable energy is a critical safeguard against falls. Erratic blood sugar and sudden crashes can cause dizziness or impaired balance, setting the stage for dangerous tumbles. By powering up with these steady carbs, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're fortifying your balance and safeguarding your independence. So, as you stand at the crossroads of old myths and new truths, ask yourself, will you keep viewing all carbs as villains, inadvertently starving your muscles and risking your stability? Or will you embrace brown rice and quinoa as unsung heroes, the vital fuel that could unlock unprecedented strength and vitality in your later years? Let's rethink that plate together and fuel up for a stronger tomorrow. 4. Today, we're diving into something critical for all of us, especially as we age, protecting our strength while we sleep. You've worked hard during the day, maybe taken a walk, eaten nutritious meals, and push yourself a bit. But here's the harsh truth. While you're dreaming, your body might be undoing some of that effort. Let's talk about a hidden threat that strikes in the dead of night, often around 2 or 3 a.m., when your muscles face their biggest challenge. Picture this. You've drifted off, thinking your body's in repair mode. But as the hours pass, your system, running low on fuel, gets desperate for amino acids to keep things going. With no recent food to draw from, it turns inward, targeting your hard-earned muscle as a ready source. It's not an outside enemy. It's your own survival mechanism, quietly breaking down muscle tissue night after night. Pretty unsettling, right? Especially when maintaining strength is so vital for staying active and independent. But don't worry, I got a game changer for you. A simple way to turn your body from a muscle scavenger into a fierce protector. The secret weapon? Foods like plain Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, eaten just before bed. Now, I hear you. Eating before sleep? Won't that mess with my rest or pack on pounds? Not with these allies. They're light, easy on the stomach, and won't disrupt your night if you keep portions small. Here's why they work wonders. These dairy picks are rich in casein protein. Unlike quick-digesting proteins for daytime, casein is the slow and steady hero. Once you eat it, it forms a gel in your stomach, slowly releasing amino acids into your bloodstream for up to 8 hours. Think of it as a steady drip of muscle-building blocks, delivered right when your body's most vulnerable during that long overnight fast. This constant supply shields your muscles, stopping your body from raiding its own reserves. And this isn't just a hunch. Research backs it up big time. Studies show that having casein before bed can seriously boost overnight muscle repair and balance. Some even suggest it could improve muscle retention by as much as 40%. We're not talking about bulking up here. This is about preserving what you've got, keeping every bit of strength you've fought for. It's about making sure that silent nightly breakdown doesn't touch you. So, as you wind down tonight, ask yourself, are you leaving your muscles open to this sneaky attack? Or will you arm them with casein's slow-release protection? A small bowl of Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, about 30 minutes before bed, isn't just a snack. It's your muscles' toughest nighttime guard. Imagine this one easy habit transforming your sleep from a time of loss into a powerhouse of protection and even gentle rebuilding. Give it a try, and let's keep that strength intact together. 5. Last time, we talked about the sneaky ways your muscles get broken down while you sleep. But today, we're diving into an even sneakier enemy, one that's working against you 24/7, chipping away at your strength. I'm talking about chronic inflammation, a silent, internal fire that's not just aging your body, but actively sabotaging it. Picture this. Your body is like a fortress under a quiet, relentless siege. This isn't the sharp, screaming pain of sudden injury. No, chronic inflammation is a slow, smoldering burn that messes with your muscles' ability to repair and grow. It's turning your own repair signals into commands for breakdown. Imagine trying to build a strong wall while someone's secretly pulling out the bricks. That's what's happening inside you. Stiff joints, aching backs, and muscles that just can't keep up, no matter how hard you try. But here's the good news. You've got a secret weapon, a team of elite fighters ready to take down this hidden threat. I'm talking about omega-3 fatty acids. You've probably heard about omega-3s for heart or brain health, but their power in protecting your muscles, especially as we get older, is a total game changer. These are just calming things down. They're actively defending and rebuilding your strength. Here's the exciting part. Research shows that a steady intake of omega-3s can boost muscle protein synthesis. That's the process of building new muscle by up to 50%. Let that sink in. It's not just about putting out the inflammatory fire. It's about creating an environment where your muscles can actually use the protein you eat and the exercise you do to get stronger and work better. Now, let's break down the dynamic duo of omega-3s, EPA and DHA. Think of EPA as your chief firefighter, directly tackling the inflammatory storm in your tissues. DHA, on the other hand, is like the master architect, essential for keeping the structure of your muscle cells strong and intact. You need both working together. So, where do you find them? Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring are packed with EPA and DHA. If you're leaning plant-based, walnuts and flax seeds offer ALA, which your body converts to EPA and DHA, though it's a bit less efficient. Still, every bit helps. Let me share a quick story about George, a gentleman in his late 70s. He loved his daily walks, but lately, every step felt like a chore, with stiffness and weakness slowing him down. Even with a decent diet, he was struggling. Then he started adding fatty fish to his meals 3 times a week and tossing a small handful of walnuts in his breakfast. It wasn't instant magic, but after a few months, he was striding along with a lightness he hadn't felt in years, covering longer distances without that nagging stiffness. His body was finally repairing instead of fighting itself. Or take Sarah, who had a minor fall and found herself stuck in a cycle of inflammation that made physical therapy feel like wading through quicksand. Every move flared things up, but when she added a solid omega-3 source to her routine, it was like her body turned down the volume on the pain. She could push harder in her exercises and got back to full mobility faster than she expected. This isn't about covering up aches with a quick fix. It's about changing the game inside your body, shifting from a pro-inflammatory, muscle-wasting state to one that's anti-inflammatory and muscle-supporting. All the good food you eat and the movement you embrace, it shouldn't be undermined by this silent siege. So, ask yourself, are your muscles battling on 2 fronts, fighting both age and this hidden inflammation? Could these incredible omega-3s be the reinforcements they need to not just hang on, but truly thrive? Let's keep this conversation going, and I'll see you in the next episode with more ways to build your strength from the inside out. 6. Hey there, friends. Last time, we unmasked the silent saboteur of chronic inflammation, burning away your strength. But what if I told you there's an even sneakier enemy, a microscopic vandal working tirelessly to rust your precious muscle machinery from the inside out? I'm talking about oxidative stress, a hidden battle happening at the cellular level with very real consequences. Every breath, every move, even the act of generating energy unleashes these rogue agents called free radicals. Your body has natural defenses, sure, but as we age or under stress, or even after a good workout, those defenses can get overwhelmed. The result? These free radicals attack your muscle cells, damaging fibers, and crippling their ability to contract and recover. Picture a finely tuned engine slowly seizing up with invisible corrosion. That's your muscles tiring faster, taking forever to bounce back, and losing that youthful pep. But here's the game-changing news. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, has armed us with extraordinary defenses against this cellular decay. Forget obscure supplements. Your most potent allies might be hiding in plain sight. Let's unveil the first champion, the humble blueberry. These aren't just a tasty treat. They're your muscles' elite special forces. Their vibrant blue and purple hues signal the presence of anthocyanins, Powerful antioxidants acting like cellular sweepers, neutralizing free radicals before they wreak havoc on your muscle fibers. Think of it as a protective shield around every cell, helping your muscles perform and rebound with an agility you haven't felt in years. Imagine the joy of a brisk walk or an afternoon in the garden, knowing your muscles will thank you, not ache, the next day. Now, the plot thickens with our second unsung hero, flax seeds. Their true genius against oxidative stress lies in a potent secret weapon called lignans. These aren't just any antioxidants. They're like strategic commandos, directly disarming free radicals while supercharging your body's own internal antioxidant factories. It's a dual assault, external reinforcements meeting internal empowerment. Lignans dig deeper, ensuring your muscle cells aren't just protected, but inherently resilient. Remember, to unleash this power, grinding them is non-negotiable. Their magic is locked within. Prepare for a revelation that could redefine your recovery. Groundbreaking research, once whispered in scientific circles, now shouts a clear message. Consistent intake of these antioxidant powerhouses can slash your exercise recovery time by up to 30%. This isn't about feeling less sore. It's about changing the post-workout landscape at a cellular level. Picture your muscles after activity as a construction site littered with the wreckage of oxidative damage. Antioxidants are the elite cleanup crew, swiftly clearing the debris so your body's master builders, your repair and growth processes, can move in unobstructed, transforming fatigued muscle into formidable strength. It's the difference between limping back to the starting line and springing forward, ready for more. So, the next time you think about building strength, look beyond protein shakes and nighttime habits. Understand that an invisible war is waged daily, but you have the power to arm your muscles against it. What if the secret to rediscovering that youthful vigor, that robust resilience, lies not in complex regimens, but in the vibrant simplicity of a handful of blueberries or a spoonful of ground flaxseed? Could these humble foods be the missing link, the powerful upgrade your body's internal defenders have been waiting for? Trust me, the answer is more profound than you might imagine. 7. Today, we're uncovering a game-changing secret about muscle strength, especially as we age. You might think you've got it all figured out with your protein shakes and exercise routines. But what if the real key to your muscle health is hiding in a place you've never even considered? I'm talking about your gut. Yes, your digestive system. Now, I know that sounds wild. How can your gut, something we usually link to digestion or maybe immunity, be the secret weapon for your biceps or your ability to tackle those stairs? Well, stick with me, because this connection is like discovering a hidden superpower. Your gut is like the ultimate command center for your body. You eat all those fantastic muscle-building foods, proteins, healthy fats, but if your gut isn't in top shape, it's like sending premium fuel to a car with a busted fuel line. The good stuff is there, but it can't get to where it needs to go. If your gut's microbiome is out of whack or your gut lining is compromised, sometimes called leaky gut, you could be eating the perfect diet and your muscles are still starving. It's like locking treasure in a vault with no key. The wealth is there, but it's out of reach. But here's where it gets even more mind-blowing. Cutting-edge research on the trillions of bacteria in your gut, your microbiome, shows these tiny critters are like your personal muscle coaches. They're not just helping with digestion. They're producing compounds that talk directly to your muscles. Imagine them as little messengers, sending signals to reduce inflammation that damages muscle tissue, or even telling your muscle cells to grow and repair. A groundbreaking study revealed something astonishing. Folks with a well-balanced gut microbiome can see up to 25% better muscle retention and strength gains compared to those with a less healthy gut environment, even when diet and exercise are the same. 25%. That's not just a small boost. That's a complete game changer for staying strong as we age. So, who's running this internal support team? Let's give a shout out to fermented foods, heroes in cultures worldwide for centuries, even if they didn't know why. Start with Live Culture yogurt, the real stuff packed with probiotics like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. These little warriors help rebalance your gut flora, pushing out the bad guys and reinforcing your gut lining. Think of them as repair crews fixing up that broken fuel line so every nutrient gets through to your muscles. But don't stop there. Try kefir, a fermented milk drink with an even wider range of probiotic strains. And how about sauerkraut or kimchi? These fermented veggies aren't just loaded with probiotics, they're also full of fiber. Then there's prebiotic fiber, found in foods like onions, garlic, leeks, asparagus, and even slightly green bananas, which acts as the perfect fuel for your beneficial bacteria. You're not just feeding yourself, you're powering up this internal army to support your muscles. It's an incredible partnership. Now, let's get real for a moment. You might be meticulously planning your meals, timing your nutrients just right, but if your gut isn't in prime condition, it's like building a beautiful house on shaky ground. That nagging fatigue, the slow recovery after a workout, or that frustrating plateau in your strength. Could it be that the issue isn't just what you're eating, but how well your body can actually use it? It's a shocking thought. You might think you're nourishing yourself, but your muscles could still be crying out for help. So, let's turn this around. Imagine unlocking a new level of vitality, no matter your age, by making a few simple changes. What if adding a daily serving of live culture yogurt or a spoonful of kimchi to your plate could be the spark that reignites your muscle power? Picture this. With every bite, you're not just eating, you're rebuilding your body's foundation, awakening your strength from the inside out. Are you ready to start this inner revolution and see what your body is truly capable of? Let's do this together. 8. Having uncovered those sneaky threats to muscle health, from late-night muscle loss to the protein puzzle and even the incredible influence of your gut, it's time to stop just thinking and start doing. We're rolling out a powerful, day-by-day plan to transform your muscle health. Get ready to dive into the 7-day muscle rescue protocol, a strategic game changer, not just another restrictive diet. Picture this. You're assembling an elite squad, each member bringing a unique strength to the table. When they team up, the impact is unstoppable. That's what this protocol does with nutrients, combining their powers for extraordinary results. Over the next 7 days, the mission is clear. Flood your system with a surge of muscle-preserving, strength-boosting compounds. Let's kick things off with day 1, laying the foundation. Start your morning within an hour of waking with a bowl of Greek yogurt, topped with a handful of blueberries and a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. This combo sets the tone for the day. For midday, grab a palm-sized portion of grilled salmon or 2 hard-boiled eggs with a vibrant salad of dark leafy greens and a sprinkle of walnuts. Come evening, rebuild with lean chicken breast or a hearty lentil stew alongside quinoa, plus some steamed asparagus. Before bed, about 30 minutes out, sip a small glass of kefir or enjoy a modest serving of cottage cheese to guard against overnight muscle breakdown. Moving into days 2 and 3, we're ramping up and mixing things up. For breakfast, try an omelet with spinach and a slice of whole grain toast with avocado, or blend a smoothie with protein powder, kefir, mixed berries, and a spoonful of chia seeds. Lunch could be a hearty bean soup with sourdough bread, or a whole wheat wrap stuffed with tuna salad made with Greek yogurt and lots of greens. Dinner options include baked cod with roasted sweet potatoes and broccoli, or a veggie pack stir-fry with tofu or shrimp over brown rice. By days 4 and 5, you're hitting your stride, focusing on consistency. You might notice a subtle boost in energy or less stiffness in your movements, a quiet pushback against what used to hold you down. Keep hydrated. Water is key for getting nutrients where they need to go. If you snack, reach for a handful of almonds, a piece of fruit with nut butter, or a small pot of live culture yogurt. And here's a timing tip. Aim for at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at main meals to ignite muscle-building processes. Think a 4-ounce chicken breast or a cup of Greek yogurt to hit that mark. As we wrap up with days 6 and 7, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. This is about forging lasting habits, building a future of strength, not decline. Add a new twist with fermented foods like a bit of sauerkraut or kimchi on the side to support your gut. Play around with anti-inflammatory herbs and spices, turmeric, ginger, garlic, to enhance your efforts. Let me share a quick story. Eleanor, at 78, felt her independence fading, struggling with jar lids and grocery bags. Skeptical at first, she followed a plan like this, focusing on meal timing and nutrient-rich choices. Within weeks, she was popping open jars without help and carrying her own bags with a renewed bounce in her step. It wasn't about bulking up, it was reclaiming everyday strength. Then there's Robert, 81, an active guy who noticed slower recovery after gardening. Embracing pre-bed protein and omega-3 rich fish, he soon felt like he'd turned back the clock, not just holding steady, but actually getting stronger. Now, let's tackle some common bumps in the road. Feeling overwhelmed by all this change? Don't aim for a total overhaul right away. Start small, master that morning kickstart for a few days, then weave in the bedtime guard. Unstoppable progress comes from steady, small steps. Missed a perfect meal? No sweat. This isn't about being flawless. It's about moving forward. One-off meal won't undo your hard work. Just get back on track with the next one. This journey is about nourishing yourself, not punishment. And if you've got specific dietary needs, like being vegetarian or dairy-free, the core ideas still apply. Swap in plant-based yogurts with live cultures or protein-packed options like lentils, beans, tofu, tempeh, and quinoa. Focus on securing those vital nutrients in ways that fit your body. The beauty of this plan is its simplicity. You can start today. No fancy gear or rare ingredients needed, just the power of smart nutrition. While everyone's different, many feel a lift in energy and well-being within the first week. The real transformation in strength and muscle retention grows over weeks and months of sticking with it. This isn't a quick patch. It's a deep, lasting shift. So, the real question isn't just can you do this, but which first meal will you charge with this muscle-focused purpose? The change starts now. 9. We've been building an amazing nutritional foundation, packing your plate with the right fuel to power your body. But today, we're taking up a notch. Imagine that incredible diet as top-grade building materials for a house. That's great, but without a skilled crew to put it together, it's just sitting there. Movement is that crew, the blueprint that tells your body exactly how to use those nutrients to build strength and resilience. It's not about becoming an Olympian. It's about unlocking a synergy that can transform your everyday life, and it's way more doable than you might think. Let's keep it simple and real. Movement doesn't mean grueling gym sessions. We're talking smart, targeted actions you can do right at home. Take a chair. Yep, that everyday piece of furniture. It can be your personal strength station. Try chair squats. Stand up from a seated position, then slowly sit back down, feeling your thighs and glutes engage. Aim for 5 to 10 reps. Too easy? Skip using your hands for support. Or how about seated leg extensions? While sitting, extend one leg straight out, hold for a second, then lower it slowly. This works your quadriceps, which are key for climbing stairs and staying steady on your feet. Even calf raises, holding the chair for balance, can wake up those lower leg muscles. These aren't just small moves, they're foundational, sparking muscle fibers that might have been dormant. Now, let's chat about resistance bands. These are like a gym in your pocket, affordable, versatile, and super effective. You can do bicep curls, seated or standing, to strengthen those arms for lifting groceries. Or try rows by looping the band around a sturdy table leg and pulling toward you. Great for your back and posture. The beauty of bands is the constant tension they provide, challenging your muscles uniquely, and they're gentle on your joints compared to weights. Adjust the intensity by choosing a different band or shortening your grip. Perfect for home or even travel. I've seen this work wonders. Take Margaret, 87 years young. She struggled with jar lids, feeling unsteady even after improving her diet. It frustrated her, especially when she had to ask for help at a family gathering. Then she started a simple routine: chair squats 3 times a week and light resistance band rows and curls. 2 months later, not only was she popping open jars on her own, but she felt this quiet confidence walking around. Less fear of tripping. Her daughter noticed first, amazed at how planted she seemed. It wasn't about huge muscles. It was reclaiming her day-to-day strength. Then there's David, 91, who adores his garden but dreaded the aches from bending and lifting. One day, he nearly gave up after a painful weeding session. With a solid diet in place, he added gentle lunges using a chair for support and band exercises for his core and arms. Soon, he was weeding longer, getting up from kneeling with ease, and recovering faster. He even rediscovered the joy of planting new flowers, something he'd stopped doing. It was like his body woke up and remembered how to rebuild itself. Here's the magic. Movement primes your muscles to soak up the nutrients you're eating. Resistance work sends a loud signal to your cells. Grow stronger, repair now. This makes your muscles hungry for proteins, amino acids, eager to store carbs for energy, and super efficient at using anti-inflammatory compounds. It's a dynamic loop where every bite fuels your steps, and every move boosts the power of your plate. So, let's not overthink this. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym pass. It's about turning your daily routine into a strength-building opportunity. Where can you slip in a small, deliberate move today? Maybe a few chair squats before lunch, or some arm raises with water bottles while your tea brews. The power to amplify your health is right in your hands, starting now. Let's make every moment count.